All right, exciting stuff coming. Hey y'all, it's Dusty. Really excited about today's video. I won't be talking about filmmaking gear, although there will be gear involved, but we'll hold off on the filmmaking stuff. I want to talk about something I'm equally as passionate about. So today we're going to be talking about my personal EDC. Now, if you don't know what that means, it stands for everyday carry. So the philosophy is, and there's a whole community around this philosophy, and it's pretty much just giving importance to the things that you take with you every day. Now, these could be things that, up your productivity or your efficiency at work. Or, it could be the things that you take with you that's essential for your everyday. It could be the items also that you take with you for, emergency situations, right? If you get a flat tire in the middle of the night, you're gonna need, some form of maybe a flashlight, or your phone to, help call somebody. Or if there's something that you kind of need to reach down in there, screw something down, it could be like a small multi-tool. So those things can be part of somebody's EDC. You might be watching this and say, well, why should I care about EDC? Well, you might already have one. Your phone could be considered an EDC, your wallet could be considered EDC. Even your keys can be considered EDC. Now, it's just a matter of preference and how you like to carry those things with you. Things do rotate in and out of my EDC, but for the most part, I like to keep things matchy-match. There's an organization thing in my brain that kind of goes, if one thing doesn't match, then I feel a little bit of hurt in my brain. So I also have EDC for certain situations. I do have a filmmaking EDC. It's the things that I take with me on set or on a production shoot. I have a travel EDC as well, so things that I take with me that are essential for, just those things that make traveling a little bit easier and more comfortable. But that stuff we can talk about another time and in other videos. But today we're talking about the essential stuff that I take with me almost every day. So first up on the list, and I think this takes priority because it might be most people's form of EDC, of course, is my phone. If you are watching this right now, you're probably watching it on your cell phone. So if you take this with you every day and you use it every day, it's technically an EDC. So I do have here my Samsung S23 Ultra. I have some notifications there. I'd hate to admit it, but I'm probably on my phone more than I'd like to be. I'm probably on it 70% of my time of the day. But really, it is essential for most people just because you do work on it. You have your social media on it, you communicate with other people on it. I've kind of customized it to how I like it. Everything's kind of black and white. All the apps and the widgets are kind of customized there. And then I've got a custom wallpaper that I made myself. I'll put the link down below. If you guys want this wallpaper, I'm giving it out for free. So you're welcome. I'm an Android boy. All you iPhone people are probably screaming at me and saying, why don't you have an iPhone? But I do love the flexibility of having an Android. It is what it is, so get with the program. Although, to your credit, I do have a Mac Mini running in the background there. And we might talk about my desk setup in a future video. Also, one more thing I love about the Samsung S23, S24 Ultras is the S Pen. I love the S Pen. I think it's just so great for note taking, and like for work sometimes I'll just pop this out and just take notes on it. So there you go, the S Pen. So for my wallet of choice, it is a OpenSea leather Hobei 2.0. I love this wallet. If you haven't been following my Every Dusty Instagram account, you'll see me talk about this a lot in there. And if you already have, then you would know how much I talk about this wallet. I love this wallet. I love anything OpenSea. This is full grain leather, the only type of leather you should trust. None of that you know, genuine leather stuff. Those things never last. This one is full grain leather, meaning it's the real freaking deal. This thing might outlive me, honestly. If you really get good quality leather, it's gonna last forever. So if you're a dude and you're carrying around a huge Constanza wallet, you know, those bifold ones that your dads carry, time to change up, my man. You gotta try going the minimalist wallet route. This is really minimalist. You can see that it's really slim and thin. I've had the OpenSea leather mini versions, which we can get into some other time as well, but this is the one that kind of really works for me. Carried this for about a year now, and the patina, whew, come on, I mean, it's just gonna keep getting better and better the more that you use it. So even if you rough it up and ding it up, it becomes part of its character. So it holds about 10 cards, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, 20 bills. This one specifically is made of Horween leather. It's an American-made leather, and it just smells so good. Come on. My friends know I have a very unhealthy addiction to leather, all things leather, but specifically this OpenSea wallet here. It's so good. This is, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Saddle Stitch. You can see the crisscross kind of pattern on it. It's apparently one of the strongest stitches that you can do, especially for leather goods. So if you're in the market for a new wallet, then get yourself one of these. I will be leaving a link in the description. This is an affiliate link, so I will be getting a kickback, but it's gonna help the channel a lot. So you get a good wallet that'll last you a lifetime, and you also get to help out the channel. So go click the link down below. All right, so next up on the list, and this might be a really controversial one, especially here in the Philippines, because we do have knife laws. So I'm pretty sure not a lot of people are carrying knives around, but I do carry a knife. I think it is one of those EDC things that I collect that I'm really fond of. I don't carry one every day, again, because we have really strict knife laws, but I love to collect them. I do carry them from time to time, but when I do, I carry them concealed and responsibly. I don't take them out in public as much as possible. I do love collecting knives, and I do think that there's still a place for them in terms of usefulness from the day-to-day. Now, in Western parts of the world, carrying a knife is pretty normal. And again, I'd argue to say that they'd think that this would be very essential to an everyday carry. Sometimes they're just glorified box cutters as well. So I do carry around a pocket knife, and if I do carry it, I do carry them responsibly. So if it's something that you want to get into, be responsible for yourself and for your equipment. So on the table, I have probably the 3 most rotated knives in my carry, especially in 2024. I do have many more knives in my collection, but it seems like these 3 make their way into my pocket the most. So this one in particular, this is the Real Steel Sacra, the QSP Penguin. I do love brass as well. I think it just takes on such a beautiful patina. This one is a case knife. It's tiny. It's just a really nice gentleman's knife. This isn't intimidating by any means. It's really tiny and really slim, and it's almost inconspicuous. So sometimes I'll just drop this in my pants. I don't think I said that right. In my pockets. Sometimes I'll just drop this in my pockets. I forgot the name of this knife. I'll probably just put it down below here, but I love these knives. If you guys are interested in seeing more of my collection, then let me know down below. Maybe I'll make a video on it too. So the next thing on my EDC is a torch, or a flashlight, as most people call it. This is the Olight i5T. Now I do have i3Ts. They're essentially a smaller version of this one, which I actually do kind of carry more, but again, there's just something about matchy-matchy, and I did bring out a brass knife. So this is a brass flashlight. This is a solid brass flashlight. Now you don't need a flashlight as bougie as this one. There are other options out there, really great budget options as well. This is on the more premium end of flashlights. It's a weird thing for somebody to get into, but trust me, there are people that get really into this stuff. I think nowadays with our phones, we can just use the flash on our phones. And for the most part, that does work for most people. But I do find myself in situations where it gets really dark. If I'm on a shoot, you know, there's a bright side, and then you have, you know, behind the cameras where it gets really dark. Equipment is everywhere. Wires are just, you know, scattered on the floor. Things can become a hazard really, really quickly. So having a dedicated flashlight is just essential, I think, for the type of work and environments that I find myself in. So got myself one of these. Sorry, I just blinded you there. Another thing that's essential to my carry is a cap. I won't take off my cap right now. Actually, no, I'll take it off right now. Hat hair here, but bear with me. So yes, a cap can be part of your everyday carry. If you know me, I wear a cap a lot. I probably wear a cap 80 to 90% of when I'm out and about. I love these caps in particular, the mesh back, just because it's really hot here in the Philippines and I've got like really thick hair. So just having this mesh back just keeps the head kind of cool. This is from Quicksilver. I love this cap. It's developed kind of like a ruggedness to it. I've had it for a couple of years now. This was a gift from a good friend, Ivan. Although I do have a lot of caps, people have gifted me caps just because they know I wear them a lot. And it's just good. You know, you wake up in the morning, go to the shower, you're having a bad hair day. Just throw one of these on and out and about you go. If you are a simple man like I am, the cap is the way to go. So, no cap. Yes, cap. So next thing in my carry is actually the watch that I'm wearing here. This is the Casio AE1200WH. Now that's a mouthful. But in the EDC community, most people call this the Casio Royale. So that's this watch. It didn't come with these straps. They actually came with like a metal, the usual metal straps the Casio comes with. I did look for leather straps and got them replaced. These leather straps are cool because they're also Horween, just like my wallet there. I've carried this watch everywhere. I've traveled a lot with it as well. It's just so good. It's a good travel watch just because it tells you different time zones. So wherever you are in the world, you can kind of cycle through the time zones. The only gripe I have about this is sometimes you can accidentally hit the button here on the side and then it'll cycle through the time zones and then be like, oh, I have so much time, it's just 9 a.m. And then you'll find out that you're like 2 hours late. That's my only gripe with this. I do like the light here as well. Just looks really good on this one in particular. So I'm not a huge watch guy yet. I'm trying to hold off on it because I know that watches do get really expensive. I am looking into Seikos probably in the near future. But I do mostly have Casios just because they're inexpensive and they do the job really well. And you know, your heart's not gonna break if you scratch them up or you lose one. So most of my watch collection is Casio. So speaking of utilitarian uses, this might just be the most utilitarian thing to carry around. This is a multi-tool. This is a Victorinox. What is this? Victorinox. Okay, yes, this is the Victorinox Tinker. Again, the most utilitarian thing you can carry with you. So sometimes if I find myself not being able to carry a knife around, but I do know that I might be in a situation where I might have to, this is my go-to. So it does come with a dedicated blade right there. So you can see it's pretty dirty just because I have used it to open a lot of boxes here in the studio fairly recently. So it is pretty dirty there. It has a set of, I think this is a flathead right there doubles as a bottle opener. It does have a lot of other tools in its set, and I think this one is pretty much the perfect tool set that you'll probably need from the day-to-day. You do have a pair of dedicated scissors as well, which is probably one of my favorite things about this multi-tool in particular. Corkscrew, and in there you have a little flathead screw. These are for your glasses, if you're wondering. You know those little screws on your glasses? This is what that's for. All right, last but not least on my carry, I have these sunglasses. Now this is from I think a local sunglass brand called Baobab. They're very inexpensive. I got these off of Shopee, Baobab. They do have, I believe, a shop in Binondo. I just love these sunglasses. Me and my girlfriend went to Wonderland this year, and they had a stall. And I saw these from afar and I was like, I need to get those. So I went right to Shopee and got them myself. I think they cost less than 500 pesos. This isn't in any way, shape, or form sponsored by Baobab, or actually any of the products mentioned here, but I do really think they're the best value for the money in the sunglass game, the local sunglass game at the moment. I love these in particular because the lenses on them are kind of like this light gradient, and they're not like the darkest glasses. So if I'm wearing them with a cap, it just looks like the shadow of my cap. So it looks like regular glasses, right? But when you're out in the sun, people can't tell that, you know, you have sunglasses on. But indoors, you know, in like harsh office lighting with a cap on, people can't tell that it's sunglasses. And on set, I'm a DP, so I work with a lot of bright lights. So, you know, having these glasses just kind of protect the eyes a little bit from harsh lighting. And I do get migraines with really bright lighting, so I do find myself carrying these pair of sunglasses a lot. I can talk to you right now like this and you probably wouldn't think they're sunglasses. Although I can't see myself at the moment, so. All right, so there you go. That's my EDC for 2024. This all kind of rotates around, so I'll probably be doing more EDC videos in the future. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something from it. I hope that you kind of start looking at your EDC and kind of start to see things that you might want to implement and actually have a system for the stuff that you carry. If you enjoy this video, please do leave a like on it. It'll help the channel out. And also go ahead and subscribe for more videos just like this one. There will be more EDC stuff if you've enjoyed seeing all of this. If you learned something or if you want to just chat about gear and EDC, go ahead and comment down below. And as always, yeehaw. Again, I'm so bad at ending videos. And cut. See what I did there? Cut. Or, yeah. And cut.